Good evening, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity boys basketball game as the Millis Mohawks take on the Hopkinton Hillers. Hopkinton High School and the TVL is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. Please make sure that your behavior reflects respect towards everyone. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Mohawks. At guard, number 3, junior, Jack Catalano. At forward, number 5, senior, Carlson Cantareggi. At guard, number 15, senior, Anthony Coots. At forward, number 23, sophomore, Brendan Davis. And at forward, number 32, sophomore, Adam Hart. The Mohawks are coached by Kevin LeDuc, John Monahan, Lou Cavallaro, Paul Zonfrelli, and head coach Paul Adams. And now for the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. At forward, number 35, sophomore, Sam Pantera. At forward, number 20, junior, Evan Marazimi. At guard, number 3, senior captain, Caleb Rayam. At guard, number 10, senior captain, Nate Casper. And at guard, number 15, senior captain, Nick Paharik. The Hillers are coached by Scotty Mackin, Jay Golden, Cheney Gaudette, Chris Banks, and head coach Tom Keene. If you would now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. Tom Nappy alongside Steve Spector for tonight's Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity basketball game as they take on the Millis Mohawks. Millis 2-6 on the season. The Hillers are 6-3 on the season. Hopkinton has been red hot lately on a 4-game winning streak, looking to make it number 5 here tonight against the Millis Mohawks. The Hillers, they started off the season a little rough, Steve, at 2-3, but they've really come around, a nice 4-game winning streak, and we're getting into the midst of the season, so it's a great time to get going.
Yeah, a lot of momentum going their way, and Millis, unfortunately for them, they're in a bit of a tailspin. This is pretty much a must game for them, and we'll see if they can compete with the Hillers' momentum and height. Hillers have a lot of depth and a lot of flexibility, and here we go.
Marazimi and Cantareggi on the faceoff. Mohawks start off with possession, working right to left across your screen. As taking it in is Couts. Lost his grasp, but able to get it back. Fires it over the short corner. Up for the jumper, no good is Catalano. Here comes the Hillers. Taking it up, Marazimi right to the hoop, no good. Put back is going to draw a foul. Sam Pantera He's in the right place at the right time.
A couple of big players for the Hillers there in that play. Marizimi taking it to the hoop with a Euro step, and then Sam Pantera taking it up strong, got hit there. First foul on Millis.
Foul on Cantareggi. Up top, Marizimi driving down, tripped up, travel.
Aggressive to the hoop. Marizimi unfortunately lost his balance there going in.
Adam Hart on the entry. Hillers pressing here in the early minutes of this one. Taking it up is Catalano. Fires it over into the paint. Up for the shot, and good is Cantareggi.
Nice recovery. Millis, good job breaking the press there. Didn't look good, but then at the end they made it happen.
Paharic into Pantera. Pops it out, and with the shot, Marizimi from the corner. That's no good. Millis gets it back. We do have an injury for the Hillers to tell you about. Karosh Fatahi is inactive for today's game with a sprained ankle, but he's on the bench supporting his teammates. But Karosh Fatahi out for today's game. We hope to see him back soon.
Yeah, hopefully that's nothing major. They definitely need him and his height and his shot blocking and everything. But like I said earlier, there's a ton of depth here on the Hillers squad, and hopefully they'll be fine today.
With possession is Couts. Gets it over to Catalano, up for three, no good. Well short on that shot. And it's collected by Casper. Casper pops it out, up for three, no good is Graham. Millis gets it back. Over to Catalano. Now to Hart. Hart hands it off to Catalano. Back to Hart. He takes the three. That's no good. Collected by Pantera. Here comes the Hillers. Graham.
Oh, nice look.
Great pass to Pantera. Spins around the defender, and in he goes.
Sweet move. Pantera. That got his teammates off the bench, and that's off Millis right there.
Yeah, mishandle by Adam Hart. Hillers get it back.
Have a double tip there, and Millis player couldn't contain that pass. So far, both teams kind of getting their legs under them.
Casper takes it up. Over to Graham. Back up top, Pantera. Underneath, Marizimi with the reverse.
Oh.
Yes.
Opportunity for Marizimi and Pantera with Fatahi out today. They'll probably get a little more playing time, and should be good for those guys.
Hart trying to get it in the interior. We have a kickball. It's going to go against the Hillers. Millis will keep possession. Catalano on the entry. Taking it in, Couts. Nothing but net.
Too bad. Excuse me, Nick Paharic had an opportunity to step in front. He saw the player from Millis coming in too late. Didn't get there in time.
Over to the corner, Paharic. Up now to Casper. A 4-4 game. Takes it in. Yes.
Ooh, strong move.
Right past the defenders. Millis trying to respond. Catalano surrounded by defenders. Gets it to the top of the key. Couts at the point. Over to the high post now. Cantareggi trying to get it over to the wing. Catalano able to get a grasp. Now driving down, up, and in goes Brendan Davis, the captain.
Nice slick move there by Davis. Up and under.
Hyman.
Oh, that's a foul.
And he will, or Casper rather, he will draw the foul.
Might be before the shot, unfortunately, but Casper was in the process of blowing by number 15. I think
It'll
that's
be on Anthony Couts, his first. Team second for Millis. Pantera on the entry.
Oh.
Up to Casper. And Zach Hyman is in the game for the Hillers. Along the left wing, he has the ball now. Gets it into Pantera along the baseline. Up, no good there. Millis has the rebound. Adam Hart collects. Into the paint, up and no good is Davis. Quickly up to Hyman. Now Diezenroth. Pass up to Marizimi. Now with it is Casper. Casper looking for a way in. Marazimi now. Diesenroth
got bumped.
Squirts it over to Hyman, up for three. No good. Rebound Pantera. Past the defender. It's rejected. And Millis gets it back. Good low post defense by the Mohawks. Pass over to Adam Hart. Up for the jumper. No. Here comes Casper.
Oh.
Off of Pantera. Millis gets it back. Couts. Trying to feed it underneath. Able to find Catalano. Back up top now. Over to Fiala. Hands it back to Catalano. Couts over to the corner to Davis.
Oh, there it is.
There's a steal. Pantera on a break. Draws the foul. That's going to be the second on Couts.
Might be a shooting foul. It may not be.
Well, it looks like it's going to be an inbound.
Good D by Millis. Both teams playing pretty stingy defense so far. 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Only 6 points apiece.
Yeah, Millis has some height. Looks like they may be able to keep up with the Hillers a bit in the low post.
Yeah, especially without Karashin tonight.
Yeah. There's a three attempt by Schnorr. That's no good. Mohawks have it back, collected by Fiala. Catalano.
Ooh, almost a travel.
Over to Quinzani, the captain, up for the long two, no good. Diesenroth with the rebound. Casper takes it up. Pops it over to Schnorr. Schnorr working the defenders. Passes it over to the right corner. Up for a three, and no good is Engel Chatton. Hillers will work around the perimeter. Casper takes it in, past the defenders. Yes.
There it is.
His second bucket of the game.
Casper made up his mind around the foul line, and he's taking it in there and created the body contact. Oh.
And we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah,
yep.
okay.
An 8-6 lead for the Hillers. Nick Casper with a pair of buckets. Marazimi and Pantera also with a score each. For Millis, Carlson Cantareggi has a bucket. Anthony Couts and Brendan Davis.
Yeah, Millis is hanging in there basically right now. It's anybody's game, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to be breaking away too soon. There's not really any big momentum swings. If anything, both teams are just digging in on the defense, and not a lot of turnovers. Just making each team work for a good shot. And tip my hat to Millis. It's certainly the underdog, so to speak, going into the game, but they're hanging tough.
They certainly are. Very good low post defense by both sides. Certainly been a battle underneath the bucket. We have a number of other Hiller sports games coming up for you throughout this week. Tomorrow night, we have Hiller Wrestling as they take on Norton at 6:30. Girls hockey takes on Westwood at 8 p.m. Those games will be live. Alpine ski will be live Thursday at 6:30. And then Friday we'll be back here for girls basketball as they take on Medway. Off the timeout. With it is Catalano. Catalano, long two, no good. Battle for it. Cantareggi able to collect. Squirts it out to Hatch. Hatch over to Quinzani, driving in. Battle for it. Quinzani pass the defender. Rejected by Casper. Ooh, travel. That was a great defensive play by Casper, but then the travel call.
Came out of nowhere with that one. Swiped it away. Kind of got a running start as he was moving up the court right in front of the ref.
Catalano on the entry, over to the corner, up for three, no good. And the Hillers have it, collected by Casper off the missed Adam Hart shot. Hyman takes it in, over to the corner. Engel Chatton called for the travel.
Unfortunate.
Took a little sidestep there.
Yeah, both teams I wouldn't say are in any kind of a rhythm offensively. Nobody's really hitting any outside shots. Nothing's going down for either team, generally speaking.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here tonight. There's an interception by Diesenroth. Up to Casper. Casper to the bucket. Draws the foul.
It's the fourth team foul already on Millis. 0 fouls on the Hillers so far.
And that is going to be the first for Catalano. You don't want to send the Hillers to the free throw line too much. They've been good from the strike. And there's a nice example by Nate Casper. He has 5 points.
Do you have the season up-to-date statistics on that, Tom? I don't want to put you on the spot, but
I do not. I thought that was your job.
Oh,
that's why we pay the big
those.
bucks.
I think I left those numbers on my
Actually,
desk
I think
at home.
Mike was supposed to get those for us.
But you're right. Free throws, we always preach that they mean everything, no matter what part of the game. Oh, nice block.
Nice block underneath. I believe that was Casper getting in there to block Quinzani.
But generally speaking, they've been a pretty good free throw shooting team this year, no question about it.
Catalano on the entry, over to the corner. Hart drew a foul. A little contact there as he took it in. It's going to be the first foul on the Hillers. And we'll get Zach Hyben. Quinzani on the entry. Over to Catalano. Out of the corner.
Ooh, nice play.
And Diesenrod trying to get in there. Up and in is going to go Andrew Hatch. Andrew Hatch was just able to break through as the ball was knocked away. Engel Chatton responds with a 3.
I mean, he made the decision to shoot that ball before he got it, and he was all lined up. Beautiful stroke on that one.
Engel Chatton gets hot from outside the perimeter. Look out, and here we go. The offense picking up. Andrew Hatch with another bucket. Closing minute of the first quarter for 3. Hyman, no good. Rebound Hillers. Up and in. Engel Chatton plus the foul.
Gets his Hiller teammates off the bench on that slick move underneath with a little English off the glass. Spins it in. All of a sudden in the last 30 or 40 seconds is like a barrage of hoops.
I was going to say, we were just talking about how it's a bit of a slow start, but here we go.
Yeah.
It's picking up now.
Yeah, still just a minute left. Maybe they'll get another few hoops here. Who knows? But beautiful shot by Engel Chatton on that one.
And the Hillers need to get someone at the free throw line, I believe, or maybe not. We're going to elect to keep 3 behind. And he hits the and one. Taking it up, Couts. Over to Catalano, now to the corner. Up and no good for 3 is Cantareggi. Loose ball collected by Marizimi. Pass up over to Engel Chatton. And he drew body contact.
I thought Engel Chatton was going to launch it again. He just nailed one from the corner. He had an opportunity to, but he decided to take it inside and drew another foul.
Team 6 for Millis. Second foul on Cantareggi. Up top, Engel Chatton underneath, and Iannelli can't get to it off his hand and out of play.
That ball was coming in hot to Iannelli there, just coming in on the first time.
A little too much mustard on that pass. Quinzani on the entry. Hillers continuing to press.
Oh, nice D.
And there's another steal by Schnorr. Over to Marizimi. Squirts it out. Engel Chatton for 3.
Oh, too bad.
Falls out. Collected by Fiala. Taking it up, Catalano. 10 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Oh, there it is.
Knocked away. Millis able to hang on. Here comes Fiala. Up, no good.
Nice block. Got to launch it. Got to let it go.
Schnorr will not have enough time, and the first quarter will end with a score of Hopkinton 15, Millis 10. Well, it started off a bit slow, but really picked up in the closing minute of that quarter.
Yeah, I'd say the last minute and a half, all of a sudden, it was 6-6, 8-6 Hillers, and all of a sudden a barrage of both teams all of a sudden hit a couple shots each in a short span of time. And Hillers coming out looking good, 15-10 with a little momentum going in, but Millis definitely hanging tough. Definitely a foul situation, very lopsided, I guess you could say, in favor of the Hillers, with Millis having 6 fouls. So as soon as the second quarter starts and this next foul on Millis, the Hillers will be in a bonus for the entire rest of the first half. Hillers have plenty of room there with only 1 foul.
That is not a spot you want to be in if you're the Mohawks. Hillers have done well from the free throw line and will likely see a number of opportunities in the second quarter.
Mention our incredible crew here tonight. It's tight. It's obviously Tom and I kind of doing our best up here as we always do. but we definitely rely on Rowan Scott and Mike Tiger Tarosian to help us tonight doing the cameras and directing and producing and everything. We're a little short staff, but HCAM TV, we find a way.
That's right. Marazimi will have the entry to start off the second quarter. Over to Iannelli. Back to Marazimi now. Iannelli. Engel Chatton.
Ooh, wide open.
Ooh, I think there was a push there. Yeah, they're going to get the foul.
Probably a one-on-one there. Sam Pantera was open. Could have packed a picnic. He was so wide open down there, and unfortunately, Engel Chatton didn't see him in time.
They're going to get Coots with the foul. It's his third.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Engel Chatton at the line, a 1-and-1. Andrew Hatch into the game for Coots.
Three fouls already with 3 quarters to go in the game. That's going to be an issue for Millis for sure.
Certainly will. They were playing physical in the low post in the first quarter, and they quickly racked up the fouls on the back end of the 1-and-1. Count it.
Yeah, Pantera is the type of player down low. He can really wear a team down, and with Coots out for probably a fairly good amount of time, it could be an opportunity for the Hillers to pile it on here.
Over to Davis. Around the perimeter they go, taking it in. Hart.
Good D by Paharik.
Fiala. That was a charge against Fiala. He was pushing off.
Ooh. Might have a technical foul. Yeah, technical on the Millis coach. Not happy.
Well, Millis head coach Paul Adams. This is his 7th year with the boys team. He has been with Millis 30-plus years, coached the girls team prior to the boys team, as Engel Chatton at the line for the technical.
Matt Fiala was trying to get by Nick Paharik, and Paharik was really digging in on the D, and a little out of frustration, Fiala must have cleared him out. It was hard to see from up here, but we did see Paharik kind of fall off Fiala, and obviously the Millis coach didn't agree with that call.
Engel Chatton hits both free throws. Hillers keep possession with the technical. Iannelli over to Paharik. Inside of Pantera. Pantera up, no good. Grabs his own rebound, puts it back and in. Hillers up by 11 as they are quickly compiling a lead. Catalano.
Oh, that's trouble.
Whew. Double dribble.
Oh, this Millis coach is Paul Adams
he's not having a good time out there.
No, his team is losing. The moment the pendulum has gone the other way for him, and he's got to contain himself because the Millis needs him to be there.
Iannelli with it. Over to Marazimi. Marazimi lost it, dives on it.
Oh, wow.
Able to pull it out, and now we have a foul. Is this going to be on Millis?
Yeah, number 3.
I think so.
I mean, if I'm...
They're going to get Catalano, the official saying he grabbed, I think it was Marazimi's arm. So Marazimi at the line for a 1-and-1.
That's quite a delta, if you will, with 9-1 in the foul department. You don't see that kind of I don't want to say discrepancy, but that's a pretty wide range there.
We get another technical?
No, it was a reach in on Jack Catalano, his second foul, but I don't know if that was.
I think they teed up Millis again.
Oh,
because it should have been
that's true.
1-and-1.
I don't know if it was on the head coach. It wasn't on the head coach. Maybe they're spreading around down there.
Marazimi hits both, and the Hillers lead at 23-10. Millis needs a timeout. 6:54 left to go in the first half.
Wow, there's all of a sudden things are starting to open up here for the Hillers. Floodgates, if you will,
They have 8 points so far in this quarter. 6 of them are from free throws. And Mohawks, they just have to play conservative. You don't want to send the Hillers to the line. It's not going to go well for you.
Yep.
6 for 6 from the line in the second quarter. They are 8 for 9 overall.
Wow. The formula right now with just basically 7 minutes left in the second quarter, and in Millis, as scrappy as they are, have accumulated 10 fouls already. As I said, to just 1 foul for the Hillers to date. And that's not a good recipe for Millis, given their style of play and the amount of time left. And every reach-in foul, pretty much every foul except for an offensive foul is going to be a 2-shot foul for the Hillers. So this is going to be a really critical stretch for Millis the rest of this quarter.
It certainly will. Hillers are going to have possession off the timeout, as the timeout was after the technical. I believe it's Hillers' ball. No, maybe not. No, it is Hillers' ball, yep. And now they're going to talk it over. Don't forget, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. you can catch HCAM Sports Talk, recapping all the latest Hillers action, and we talk some pro sports, high school sports, and college sports on HCAM Sports Talk, Wednesdays at 2 p.m., and airing at various times throughout the week.
Yeah, there must have been a technical foul with the Hillers retaining possession there.
Ionelli with it. And over to Engel Chatton, back to Ionelli. Engel Chatton trying to go underneath, and the defender was ready for it, stolen away by Hart, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Marzimi.
I wouldn't say that the game's out of reach for Millis. It's just the momentum. We've seen that plenty of times where teams can get hot. So far, I haven't really seen anybody lighten it up from three-point land, really on either team, but Millis definitely not at all. Oh, nice D by Ionelli. Great save.
Great steal there as he gets it over to Marazimi. Casper Ionelli. Oh, trying to get it into Pantera. He's knocked out of bounds off the defender. Hillers will have the entry.
Matt Fiala, nice D there. Over the top, avoided the foul.
Hillers have a grand opportunity to take a really big lead into the second half here, as Millis already 10 team fouls with the 2 technicals. Ionelli with it. Around the horn they go. Back out to Casper.
5 seconds.
Yeah, running out of time. Ionelli, long 2, no good, off the mark. And we have a foul after the fact on the rebound. I believe that's against the Hillers. And it will be their team second. It's going to be against Marazimi. Hart on the entry. Catalano takes it up. And we have a foul. It'll be against Ionelli, his first, team third.
Hillers in a tight man-to-man.
Catalano on the entry. Over to Halloran, back to Catalano. Out of the corner. Hart trying to get underneath, taken away by Pantera. Pantera squirts it over to Marazimi, up for 3.
Oh,
no good.
In and out.
Pantera is going to get wrapped up with Catalano and Halloran, and we'll have a jump ball call. It'll stay with Millis.
Millis yet to score this quarter, Tom.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Hard on the entry.
Ooh, that's
he took too long.
Jeez, the Millis coach.
5-second violation.
Paul Adams has just got the. I can't believe he made that call. That was really close. It was. I don't say borderline, but whatever his 5 second, he didn't give him any 5.5 seconds. That was right on 5.
It certainly was.
Unlucky, unfortunate for Millis.
Marazimi, Casper. Now over to Graham. Marazimi takes it along the baseline and draws contact. They're going to get Quinzani, his first. Hillers are in the double bonus.
Marazimi taking it up strong into the two Millis big men down low, and he created the contact. Evan did, but the Millis players were not really stationary, so that's the right call by the refs.
Marazimi 3 for 3 from the line, 5 points overall.
Diesenroth in for Pahart.
Got it.
Like you said, to your point, Tom, their Hillers are tough on the line, on the foul line. They barely missed any. Oh, there's a tip ball.
Over to Halloran. Halloran gets it up to Quinzani. Now to Catalano, up for 3. Got it. Well-needed bucket.
They were desperate for a hoop there.
Casper hands it back to Rayham, up for 3. No good. Collected by the Mohawks. Halloran pulls it down. Here comes Catalano. He'll launch a 3. Off the front of the rim. Tipped by Marazimi. Loose ball collected by Cantareggi. Quinzani gets it over to the wing, up for 3. No good there by Hart. Oof. And Diesenroth collects.
Bodies flying on the other end of the court.
Casper over to Pantera. A bit of a misfire there. We'll go back to Millis.
Hillers have gotten a little, I don't want to say cold, but they haven't hit a shot in a little while. They came out getting some quick. They had 15 points in the first quarter, had 25 quickly after that, but then they haven't scored in a while. So
Hart.
Ooh, almost a travel.
Over to Catalano. Now to Cantareggi, trying to get it underneath. It's knocked out of play. We'll stay with Millis.
Millis hanging around. Give him credit.
Catalano. Over to the corner. Quick 3. No good by Hart. Diesenroth comes away with it. Passes it up.
Oh, nice.
Up and in goes Schnorr.
Really smart play by Schnorr just to keep his body under control. Good ball fake and got the Millis player in the air, and there's a steal. There it is.
And here we go. Schnorr on a break. Off the window and in. A quick 4 points for the Hillers. Up for the shot and good is Catalano.
Up and down here.
Here we go. Starting to pick up once again. Marazimi over to Casper. Pops it out up top over to Schnorr. 3 no good. Loose ball collected by Hart, and he's able to get it over to Catalano.
Ooh, there's a push.
And they'll get Diesenroth.
Yeah, up and down here.
That's his first. Hillers up by 14. Catalano on the entry.
Good D by the Hillers, really tough.
Goes back court to Coates. Coots. Trying to figure out where to go with it. Over to the corner. Hart drives along the baseline. Out. Nice feed.
Oh.
No good on the shot by Cantareggi. Casper takes it down around the defender and in, plus the foul.
Wow. What a play.
Certainly was.
Sacrificed his body on that one. I think he's kind of shake it off a little bit. He landed pretty hard and slid about 5 yards.
Third foul on Carlson Cantareggi. Casper trying to add on to his 7 points. On the end one, no good. Here comes Millis. With it is Coots. Feed over to Fiala. Back out to Hart.
Hillers with a trapping D. Oh, nice move there.
Up and in, Catalano.
He's having a nice game.
Catalano has the only points in the quarter for Millis. He has all 7.
Nice player.
Schnorr.
Oh, that's a trip.
Down the lane, it was a push.
It was accidental, I think. They just got their feet tangled up, and Schnorr went down quick.
We'll get Coots with his fourth foul.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one.
Hillers are in the double bonus.
You almost have to take him out right now. I mean, you don't have to, but you never want to see a kid foul out. But he has to come out. Is he coming out? I guess he is. Yeah. There's a lot of time left in the first half, 3 minutes, and he's already got 4 fouls. You don't see that too often.
No. physical game today.
Yep.
Second free throw, no good. With it is Catalano. Pops it back over to Fiala, up for three, knocks it down.
Sweet shot. Millis hanging around.
Casper over to Rayam. Rayam for three, no good. And it's collected by Hatch. Pass up by Catalano.
Nice.
Ooh, nearly stolen away by Casper. Fiala for three, no good.
Rushed it. Ooh.
On the secondary shot, now the third shot in the sequence is good by Adam Hart.
Wow. Coach Keene not happy with the lack of boxing out down low. 3 shots, two offensive rebounds and 2 shots.
Yeah, Millis is back within 10. The Hillers maybe getting a little too comfortable, and I'm sure Coach Keene's going to straighten that out. Diezenroth. And it's stolen away. Catalano takes it up. Fires it over to Hart. Now to the corner. Long two. No good by Quinzani. And it's collected by Engel Chatton. Here comes Casper. Casper.
It's a walk.
Travel. Kind of ran into the defender there.
Casper was trying to hit the brakes, and he kind of slid a little bit, and he knew it.
Hart on the entry. Out to Catalano. Catalano up against Casper, up for the shot. No good, but
wow,
it's going to be a charge.
Geez, the refs are calling. I'll say they're calling it tight. That's his third. Tough one.
Yeah, there was a little step into the defender there.
I mean, on some level, you just call him as you see him. You don't want him to have the game dictate whether it's a foul or not. That's not the way it should go. But Millis in a heap of trouble with a number of fouls there.
Diezenroth, an air ball there.
Oh, nice save. Catalano saved that one.
Here comes Catalano down the lane, up with the left hand and in.
Wow, he's all of a sudden,
When Mohawks right back in the game, it's an 8-point game. They're on quite a run.
Wow, they were down by about 15 all of a sudden, and then they're down by 8, and Catalano's the catalyst there, making it happen. And with 3 fouls, that in itself was a little bit of a risky. He took it strong up to the hoop and could have been an offense. It wasn't an offensive foul, but he's got to be careful about getting a 4th foul at this stage. But yeah, kudos to Millis for hanging on, and Hopkinton a little tentative, I'd say, the last couple minutes.
Looking at Coach Keene, he does not seem too happy right now.
I think he's looking to get his team into the halftime discussion in the locker room, and a la Bill Belichick in his heyday. And I wouldn't say recently, but sometimes those halftime chats can lead to some reorganization and good planning, and then again, Hillers seem to have a little more depth, and they definitely don't have anyone in foul trouble at the moment, whereas Millis has a couple of key players. One player with 4 fouls, at least one with 3. Hillers in the next minute 19, be good to get a couple of hoops before halftime.
A couple TVL updates. Medfield boys leading Norton 34-24 at the half. At the end of the third quarter, Dedham girls leading Westwood 37-31. Off the timeout, Engel Chatton, cross over to Casper. Now over to Hyman. Hyman pops it up to Casper.
Millis, very active zone.
Hyman thought about the 3. Casper takes it down the lane. Now to Diezenroth, along the baseline, up no good. Tipped in the air by Casper, and Millis pulls it down, collected by Hatch. Here comes Catalano, and he lost it. Stolen away by Casper. Wide open break to the hoop. Off the window and in.
It's a backbreaker. That's the kind of play that we were just talking about before half to come up with a break. Oh, there's trouble off of Millis, and there's another break for the Hillers.
Nice defense underneath by the Hillers, and they get the turnover.
That's a 4-point swing right there, where Millis was coming down to try to cut the lead to 6, and all of a sudden, with Casper's steal and finish, it's a 10-point game.
Diezenroth on the entry.
Oh, beauty.
Nice feed. Oh, can't finish. Marazimi. Pantera trying to dig it out. Nope, it's tipped over now by Hatch along the far side and ends up out of play. Question is who got the last touch. It looks like they're going to say Millis did.
I think Diesenroth got away with one there. I looked like he pushed the Millis player, but not intentionally, of course.
That didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to be, even Steven up here as much as I can. I'm definitely tilted towards the Hiller side, but got to respect the opponent to some degree.
Casper calls it out. You can only invent penalties on the other team.
Yep, there you go.
Paharik over to Casper, takes it down, up for the shot, no good. Battle for it underneath, and it is collected by Fiala, and that'll do it for the second quarter, where the Hillers started off with big momentum, but Millis came right back, but Hopkinton still managed to outscore them in the quarter. Or actually, no, Millis outscored Hopkinton in that quarter. Oh, wait, there we go. There goes my math skills. No, Hopkinton outscores Millis in the quarter. 19-14. They lead it 34-24 at the end of the half. Third quarter coming up next on HCAM. And welcome back into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. We are just about ready for the second half. A 34-24 Hillers lead as we enter quarter number 3. Let's take a look at the scoring totals for the first half. For Millis, Jack Catalano with 9 points. Carlson Cantareggi with 2. Anthony Kotz with 2. Andrew Hatch with 4. Brandon Davis with 2. Adam Hart with 2. Matt Fiala with 3. For the Hillers, Nate Casper with 9, Evan Marazimi with 6, Thomas Ingle-Chatton with 10, Owen Schnorr with 5, Sam Pantera with 4 points. Hillers will start off with possession to begin this second half. Evan Marazimi will have the entry. Tom Nappy, Steve Spector on the call. Happy to be with you for Tuesday night basketball. Hillers working right to left across your screen for this half. Up, no good. Rejected by the rim is Marazimi. A rare miss on a layup there by Evan.
Kind of had an opportunity to create a better angle. He just didn't make that happen. He got stuck underneath there on that one.
Catalano up top. Millis having trouble getting into the low post. It's taken away by Marazimi.
Oh, nice
pass. Up to
pass.
Casper. Down the lane, up, and no good. Tipped in by Pantera.
Beautiful pass to Casper. Missed the bunny, he was a contested bunny, but looked good, and then Pantera tapped it in.
Millis trying to respond. Marazimi has it wrapped up, and he got tied up with Davis. Jump ball called.
Nice play by athletic director Rich Cormier down low. The ball went astray, but in the right place at the right time, as they say.
He only needed one hand, too. He's always texting the updates for the game. Does a great job updating the Twitter account for Hiller Athletics. And we have a travel.
It's kind of a hop, but hop is also a travel.
Hillers will have the entry. Casper takes it up. Fires it over. Now back to Casper from Ram. Ram. Over to Paharik. Back to Ram for 3. No. And battling for it is Paharik, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Millis.
Good try by Paharik. Almost snuck in there and stole the ball back, but went off of him ultimately, and the ball goes back to Millis.
Catalano takes it up. And over to Hart. Back to Catalano. Now Hatch over to the corner for 3. Fiala, no good. Batted in the air and taken by Fiala. Rayam nearly had it. Pass out to the wing, up for 3, and no good is Hart. Collected by Marazimi. Up to Casper he goes. Casper over to Rayam. Now up top. Marazimi for 3, no good. Jumping through, knocking that out on play is Casper.
Up and down. Millis so far navigating the foul situation. Okay, we got into the points, but I know one of the players has 4 fouls, had it early, and looks like Catalano has 3. I want to say Matt Fiala has 4, but I'll have to double check that, but I know they have some issues that they'll have to navigate the second half.
Catalano with it. Around the horn they go. Into the short corner, Fiala driving down, rejected by Casper. Nice block.
Hillers in a 2-3 zone, looking for cutters.
Fiala on the entry, gets it underneath. Davis pops it out over to Hatch for 3. Air ball collected by Marazimi. Here comes Casper. Out to Hyman, thought about it. Casper driving in around the defender, and it's rejected. Hyman with the loose ball. Gets it over to Marazimi now. Paharik along the wing.
Tough D by Millis.
Marazimi down the lane, and he is going to be blocked. Great low post defense by the Mohawks. Catalano over to Hart. Hart from the short corner. Got
nice.
it.
Nice ball fake. Really, Coach Keene, both teams really, almost 3 minutes into this third quarter, and they each have 1 bucket apiece.
It's a good time out there. Hillers coming out a little flat to start off this third quarter. Good defense by Millis. And the Mohawks hanging around, a 10-point game.
Definitely Millis playing with a lot of pride here. Almost a playoff type game. If they want to get anywhere near 500 this season, they have to start now or it's going to go the other way. Hillers, on the other hand, have a lot of momentum going. And, you know, a 10-point lead in this league is nice, but it's certainly not comfortable, especially with Millis certainly on the, you know, has the ability to hit a few baskets in a row. Catalano seems to be the main man so far for them. If he starts to get it going, it could be tighten things up. But so far, the Hillers are fending them off.
TVL update: Norton girls basketball trailing Medfield 34-15 at the halftime break. Don't forget, this Wednesday night, catch a brand new episode of HCAM's Hopkinton Hangout Hour at 7 p.m. We'll have a number of great guests on this week, including the Hopkinton Police Chief and a couple other great guests. So check out the Hopkinton Hangout Hour this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Driving in, nice feed underneath. Angled Chatton gets it out over to Paharik. And now working the baseline out to Hyman. Launches a three, no good. Air ball. Millis has it. Long two. No good. Collected by Pantera. Casper hands it off to Paharik. Marazimi now. Driving in past a couple of defenders. Tries to lay it off the glass. A little high. Millis has it back.
You know, I mean, almost 4 minutes into the third quarter, only 4 points scored in the game. Two apiece.
It's been a very defensive quarter.
Yep. And no fouls. So just really, defense is the name of the game so far the second half. Thomas Engel Chatton coming in the game. He has leading scorer at the half, I think, with 10 points. So he's making his first appearance with 4 minutes left in the first half, second half rather.
Catalano gets rid of it over to the wing, up for three. Ooh. Knocking it down is Halloran.
That's as close as they've been in a long time, Tom.
Big time bucket for Millis. They're right back in this game. Engel Chatton. It's knocked away, taken away. Catalano driving down. Good feed, up and in. Halloran.
A little bit of a lazy pass there by the Hillers. And Millis taking advantage of that. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. And
Coach Keene wants a timeout.
Yeah, that's a good timeout right there to say, hey, guys, let's shake it off here, huh? I think the halftime locker room chat is over a while ago, and they definitely have come out flat here, being outscored 7-2 so far.
Yeah, they have had a hard time working in the low post in this third quarter. It's been great defense by Millis, and they are not going away without a fight, that's for sure.
Got to give them credit here. We've got to also give credit to Rowan Scott and Mike Tarosian, both doing double time here, running cameras, producing, directing, graphics, working hard.
It's mostly Rowan doing the work.
Yeah, Rowan's doing all the work. Mike is looking like a little country club back there, but he's doing okay. Nice little crowd here tonight on a Tuesday night. Some of the restrictions, I guess, have been lifted, I believe, as far as the number of guests in the athletic center during these games, which is good.
Off the timeout, Engel Chatton on the entry. Casper, Diesenroth, back to Casper. Driving down, gets it over to Hyman. Nice. Now underneath Pantera. Yes.
That's the kind of strategy they should use. Take advantage of Sam. Oh, there's a wild pass.
Picked off by Pantera.
Oh,
and then he lost it. It was knocked out of his grasp by Hart. Millis has it back. Catalano gets it over to Halloran. Halloran back out to Catalano. Catalano, long two. No good. Collected by Hyman.
Feeling it there. Threw up an air ball, unfortunately for him, but.
Diesenroth over to Engel Chatton off his hand and out of play. Little too much air under that pass.
Nice play by the fan in the front row, right in his lap.
And the entry, Adam Hart.
Big possession for the Mohawks, down by 7. Oh, that's a foul.
Hart and Casper have a little collision.
Clunk heads, I think. Casper's trying to shake it off there.
We'll get Casper with his first foul of the game.
First foul of the second half for either team.
Halloran over to the corner to Hart, trying to get it into the interior, taken away by Pantera. Up to Casper. Casper off the window, draws the foul. Ooh, he took a hard fall to the ground. He appears to be okay.
He's in the last 10 seconds, he's had a clunked heads with he's still holding his head, and then he just took it up strong and got crashed to the floor. He's trying to gather himself at the line here.
It's going to be the 4th foul on Cantoreggi.
I have to commend you on that name. You know, I've avoided that name tonight, but you've got it very eloquently handling it well.
First of 2, no good.
I think you might see Casper come out in the near future just to kind of rest the bones a little bit. They need him in there, but I think he's dinged up a little bit. Maybe get himself together. Tough kid.
Certainly is. No good on the second. Pantera with the rebound, puts it up, no good, and Millis has it back. Pulled down by Fiala.
Body's flying all over the place down there.
Catalano.
Oh, that's a double dribble right there.
The ref missed that one. Fiala knocks it down.
4-point lead, wow.
That was a 3, a 4-point game now. Casper over to Hyman. Millis certainly got away with one there, I must say. Pantera around the defender, up and in. I don't believe the bucket will count, but there is a foul.
That might be his 5th foul. Is that Fiala? I don't know.
That's going to be on Hatch, his first. Hillers will have the entry. Team second for Millis. Paharic over to Marazimi, now Casper. Under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Paharic, Casper. Here goes Casper down the lane, feeds it underneath. Marazimi off the window and in. Just waiting along the baseline. Hatch up to Fiala.
Good job by Fiala. So, excuse me. He had body control. That was tough to do.
Halloran, Catalano. Long 2. No good. Loose ball collected by Casper. Here goes Casper. Up, no good. Pantera tips it in the air along the baseline, and it's collected by Hatch. Millis really battling in this third quarter. Quinzani underneath, up, and no good by Catalano. Hillers get it back. Here comes Diesenroth.
Oh, nice
over to
play.
Pantera, up, and no good. And he'll get wrapped up with Quinzani for the jump ball call. He'll stay with the Hillers.
Good recovery by Sam down low. He'd like to have that one back. He looks a little frustrated. He knows that was a big hoop. He missed opportunity, but not the easiest angle he had. He had to kind of will it in off the board. It didn't go down for him.
Schnorr out to Casper. Diesenroth. Casper. Over to Diesenroth. No, back underneath. Diesenroth for 3. No good. Here comes Catalano. Gets it over to Quinzani. Up to Hatch. The pass around the top of the perimeter. 3 attempt by Catalano, no good. Collected by Paharic. Casper, good feed. A Schnorr tries to feed it back. It's knocked out of bounds.
Hillers had some numbers there. He just couldn't come up with the right formula to get a bucket off that one.
Schnorr on the entry. Diesenroth. Marzini back to Diesenroth. Over to Casper. Up top, Schnorr drives down. Nice feed over to Marizimi. Can't finish.
Oh, nice.
Put back, no good by Marizimi. A secondary put back, no good. And it's knocked out of play. It'll stay with the Hillers. Hillers just struggling from the low post.
I mean, they've only have 6 points this quarter, which we've been talking about a little bit, but they could use a bucket right here.
Yeah, they're getting great looks. They just can't finish.
Yep.
And Coach Keene going to take another timeout.
Interesting. I think Coach Keene realizes how important it is to get a bucket here, just momentum-wise. They have a 6-point lead, but, certainly Millis is having their way a little bit more than the Hillers this quarter. Not that they're lighting it up either, but they certainly, it's been 10-6 if you keep in score this quarter. Hillers missing a few buckets from underneath, but they've been contested by Millis. And to their credit, no one's fouled out over there somehow after having so many fouls in the first half. And they've been able to kind of gather themselves. And, I think the refs have taken the pedal off the metal as far as calling fouls, too. They're letting the boys play a little bit more than in the first half. And keeps the game moving along.
This Wednesday night at 7 p.m., tune into the Hopkinton Hangout Hour. We'll talk with Hopkinton Superintendent Dr. Carol Kavanaugh for an update on Hopkinton Public Schools, followed by a chat with Kelly Grill of the Hopkinton Center for the Arts and Police Chief Joseph Bennett on an all-new episode of Hopkinton Hangout Hour this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Evan Marizimi will have the entry off the timeout. 10.4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Over to Diesenraw. Now along the wing, back to Marizimi. And he is going to get tied up.
Wow, that's a big play for Millis where they have the possession arrow. That was the right call, jump ball. Good idea by the Hillers, but Millis was up to the task.
They need to inbound quickly. Hart on the entry, gets it in.
5 seconds.
Looking for the buzzer beater. Over to the corner, up for three.
Oh!
Got it! Jack Halloran knocks it down, and we will head into the fourth quarter with it being a 3-point game. All Millis in that third quarter as the Mohawks outscore Hopkinton 13-6 in the frame, and they are right back in this game, Steve.
I'll tell you what. I'm sorry, who hit that last? I was so
Halloran, Jack Halloran.
Halloran. He had a pretty good quarter there, but that was an uncontested three. He had all the time to square up. No one really challenged him in there, and so he was able to kind of get his legs under him. He had a good rotation. It looked good from here right when on the release, but all of a sudden the Hillers, a little bit complacent for whatever the reason. They just are not they don't have an answer. Didn't have an answer in that third quarter for Millis, and Millis is right in it. I think that they're not going to have Karash Fatahi back this game. They certainly are missing him tonight. We hope he gets back soon, but you got to go with the players you have, as they say, and it'll be interesting to see who steps up for the Hillers in this fourth quarter. Pretty much an even game, and no foul issues. Not going to be in the bonus anytime too soon. So. Here we go.
We'll see if the Hillers can get the offense going in this fourth quarter. We have a TVL final to tell you about. Dedham girls took down Westwood 51-44. Avery O'Connor had 42 points for Dedham. Oof. And she's an impressive player. We got to look at her last week as the Hiller girls took on Dedham. It was a pretty close game. Here comes Casper, up for the shot. Oh. No, can't finish. Put back by Marizimi, no good. Loose ball, and it's collected by Coates. Here comes the Mohawks. Hart along the baseline. Count it. It's a 1-point game.
Wow.
What a comeback by Millis. Casper.
It's like the floor's tilted in their direction or something the last 8-9 minutes.
Yeah. Schnorr underneath Marizimi. Up with the hook. Oh. Draws the foul.
Almost went down. It was like a line drive. It almost figured out a way to get through there, but it bounced out. Free throws right now are everything in a 1-point game in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be a Matt Fiala, his second foul. Yeah, these free throws are ultra important now.
And Millis missed a bunch of them early.
Back to a 2-point game. Marizimi with 9 points so far tonight. Make it 10.
2 big freebies right there.
And double dribble, Catalano.
A little mental error there. Hey, he's had a great game. It happens. They're human. And they're teenagers, you know.
Casper. Over to Ram, back to Casper. Paharic. Over to the corner, Marazimi trying to feed it over to Pantera. Knocked out of play off of Fiala. Hiller ball.
Fiala's had a few of those defensive plays over the top. He's got an uncanny ability just to avoid fouling. A lot of times refs will call that foul, but he's got that figured out.
He has done well in the low post, helping keep Pantera quiet throughout this second half. Ram feeds it up top. Casper driving down, spins around the defender, squirts it out. Up for 3. Ram, no good. Off the back iron, Marazimi trying to punch it out. Loose ball along the far side, and out of play it goes. It'll go to the Hillers. Last touch by Millis. Paharic into Casper. Casper kicks it out. Now Paharic along the corner. Gets it in. Pantera.
Steps.
And he drew contact.
Sam trying to back his way in to get an angle there. He's got a good Kevin McHale-like portfolio of moves down there. Just couldn't get it open up for him.
There's a third foul on Fiala, fourth on Millis. Casper out to Ram. Paharic trying to sneak it in. Loose ball covered up by Quinzani. Get a jump ball call.
Paharic trying to thread the needle there. What really wasn't there. Kind of forced it in there. Good D by Millis.
This Millis team, they're not looking like a 2-6 team, I'll tell you that.
No way.
Coots. Up top, Catalano. Now over to Hart. Drives down, got it.
Wow.
His second bucket of the fourth quarter. It's a 1-point game once again.
Wow.
Casper over to Ram. Back to Casper. Hiller's having a lot of trouble getting in the low post. Pantera can't collect. Pass a little too much in front of him. It'll go back to Millis, and they have a chance to take a lead.
Yep, Ram, good idea. I don't think Sam was quite ready for that pass as he was going the other way, and then the ball was going, kind of pulled him in the other direction and just didn't connect there.
Catalano with it. Over to Coots. Now Hart. Back to Coots. Trying to get it in, and Marazimi nearly had a steal, but couldn't quite collect.
11 seconds on the shot clock. Hiller's in the zone.
Catalano on the entry.
5 seconds.
He needs to get it in. There he goes. Along the wing, Hart. And it's stolen away by Engel Chatton. Pass up over to Casper. Kicks it out. Up top, Engel Chatton for 3. No. Pantera jumps in there. Off the window and in. Wow. Sam Pantera.
That was one of the biggest buckets of the night right there.
Boy, the Hillers need that. And the crowd's starting to get into it, calling for defense. 3-point Hiller lead. Coates. Kicks it across now. Hart for 3. Got it! Wow! We're tied up.
Unreal.
Casper takes it up.
Another biggest bucket of the night right there, back to back.
Certainly was. Engel Chatton. Into the short corner now. Back over to Ram for 3, no good. Rebound, Pantera draws the foul. And Quinzani trying to argue it was all ball. Pantera to the line. Team 5th for Millis. Second on Quinzani. Pantera has the only Hiller field goal of this fourth quarter.
Oh.
This is the first free throw.
Only a sophomore. Forget about it. He's pretty polished for in general, but and he's only a sophomore, so that's trouble for the rest of the Tri-Valley League in the next couple of years.
Hillers have only 10 points in the second half so far. Make it 11. Hillers up by 1. Coates over to Halloran. Up top now, Hart. Driving down, up, no good. And then it's going to be ripped away. Oh, we're going to have a foul in the process.
They got Sam on that one. Millis just ferocious, playing for their lives here, you know.
They're playing really well in the low post. They get Pantera with his first. And we're going to get a Millis timeout. 4:07 left to go. Hillers leading 45-44. They have just struggled offensively in the second half, and the Mohawks, they are defending the low post extraordinarily well.
Yeah, you know, it's not like Millis is hitting the cover off the ball either the second half, but their defense is commendable to hold the Hillers with all their weapons to 11 points in the last 12 minutes. Basically, is you got to tip your hat to them, and they have yet to tip the scale and taken the lead, but they certainly tied up. They were down by 12, 14 points earlier in the game, and had been they're hanging around. They kind of recovered their composure where they were a little out of sorts in the first quarter there. A couple of technical fouls by one of their head coach, and there was a second one on. We're not sure who the second one was on. And it's going to be a fantastic finish here, as they say.
It certainly will.
And then you also have the foul situations. It can come into play soon where Millis, 2 more fouls on them, and the Hillers are going to be in the bonus, whereas the Hillers have a little more room to burn a few fouls with only 2 fouls.
Coots on the entry for the Mohawks. Up top over to Hart. Now back over to the corner. Coots to Halloran. Over to Coots, trying to get it over to Davis. Back up top. 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
Tough D by the Hillers.
Coots takes it in, up for the shot, no good, and it's pulled down by Pantera. And we're going to have a foul on Millis. They're going to get Brendan Davis, and that is team 6th for the Mohawks.
Good job by Sam Pantera, boxing out and just keeping the ball out of reach and kind of forcing Millis to try to get the ball, but created a foul for him.
Casper takes it up, Engel Chatton back to Casper. Diesenroth over to Casper, driving down around the defender. Count it!
Oh, that's big.
Big time bucket by Nate Casper. Catalano over to Halloran. Back to Catalano. Catalano trying to back his way into the interior, knocked away by Marazimi, and they're going to get him with a foul. I don't know about that one.
Questionable, but
it's a second on Marazimi, third on the Hillers.
Catalano was in a little bit of trouble there. Foul kind of bailed him out on that play.
Oh! Intercepted by Casper. Casper takes it to the house, up, no good. Loose ball, and Millis has it back. Collected by Davis. Catalano goes behind the back, takes it over to the far side.
Casper, tough D on him.
Left out to Halloran, and moving violation, I believe. Or just step out.
Of bounds, stepped out. The line there. Got to tip your hat to the Hillers D. All of a sudden, they're getting pretty stingy as well.
Down to the wire we go. Casper taking it up. Oh! Wow. Travel.
Pretty tight.
I guess he must have just slightly moved that pivot foot.
Boy,
they're calling it tight. Coots working against Casper. Feeds it over. Halloran for three. No! And Fiala puts it up, draws the foul. He's heading to the line for a pair.
Hillers are kind of increasing the intensity on the man-to-man D. Looks like they'll probably stay in that mode the rest of the game, whereas Millis has just remained in their zone pretty much the whole game, but an aggressive zone. Ooh, that's a big freebie right there that they missed.
Now this one's important. If he hits, Millis will be within two. Nope. Marazimi collects, and as he takes it up, we get another foul, this one against Millis.
That's a bonus, one-on-one situation.
I don't know why you foul there if you're Millis. Can't really afford that. It's going to be the first on Halloran. Evan Marazimi at the line. He is a perfect 6 for 6 so far from the strike.
Certainly has a good rhythm going there. Nice player.
10 points overall for the junior. And he hits the front end of a one-and-one.
Definitely in a groove. Got his groove on at the foul line tonight.
That was a huge free throw right there. And that'll put the Hillers up by 5. No problem.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. That was an ill-advised foul there. Just gave the Hillers 2 points. They fouled the wrong guy, too.
Coots gets it back over to Catalano. Down the lane, up, and good is Andrew Hatch.
That's a big hoop right there. His own player kind of got in his way. Still was able to get the shot off.
With it is Casper. Marazimi back to Casper. Marazimi now across the Paharik. Hands it back to Casper. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Casper squeezes between the defenders. Pantera off the window and in. Count it.
Textbook. Casper taking to the pressure. He gets double teamed. He dumps it to Sam for the easy bucket.
Hillers up by 5. Driving down up with the reverse. No good. And just kept in.
Oh.
But Casper collects. Out to Pantera. What a pass and what a feed of the bucket, Sam Pantera.
Highlight film right there.
That was some Harlem Globetrotters stuff right there. And we're going to have a Millis timeout. Hillers back up by 7. Oof. The no-look behind-the-back pass by Casper.
Beautiful. You know, he knew that he was down there. He knew that Sam was on his way down there. And, like, he had eyes behind his head on this, and hit him in stride, basically. And a really good timeout by the Millis coach just to gather everybody. They're down by 7. There's minute 9 left. We know from the past weekend with 13 seconds left in an AFC playoff game, you can get a lot done. But with a minute 9 seconds, there's a lot of time left. It is a 3-possession type of game for them. So they need a bucket and a steal. But might as well take advantage of the timeouts that they have available to them to try to get a strategy and give their guys a rest for a minute. But Hillers at the right time started getting their mojo back. And Sam Pantera is, doing his thing at the end of the game here. And Nate Casper, again, at the right time, getting his game together. That last play was indicative of what the Hillers can do, where Casper taking it down low into the pressure, drawing the double team and dumping it down to Sam.
Pantera 15 points overall, 7 of which have come in the fourth quarter. Hatch on the entry off the timeout. Trying to get it out. And along the far side, picked up.
And that's it.
And well contested by the Hillers who get it back. Casper down the lane. Count it, plus the foul.
Feel the energy. Crowd is appreciating the effort there.
This is the Hillers offense they've been waiting for. It's going to be on Hart, his second. Casper having a nice night, 13 points for him. On the and one, nope. Millis has it. Under a minute left to go. Hillers up by 9.
They don't have a whole lot of time to mess around here. They got to get some shots up.
Long two. Got it. Knocked down by Andrew Hatch.
Got to burn some clock here.
7-point game now. I'm sure we'll see
It's a kick.
There's a steal, or stolen back by Casper.
Interesting no call. It was an obvious kick ball. Oh, wow, look at that move.
Casper going to try to burn some clock here. Will Millis foul?
I think there's maybe
It doesn't look like they're going to foul.
accepting their fate here.
Double dribble.
That was still effective. Just burned about 25 seconds of the clock. Was pretty valuable with a 7-point lead. So
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't try to foul there.
that was an obvious kick ball. I didn't get that.
Coates. Ooh, misfire. Nothing's going right for Millis now.
Hey, got to tip your hats to both teams here. They played their hearts out.
Certainly did.
You got to feel for Millis.
Good effort by Millis. They were right in this game, and they certainly look better than a 2-6 team.
I don't know what their scores are, but I'm guessing they were pretty close. Some of them, anyway.
Well, the Hillers are going to come away with the 55-48 victory. It wasn't all pretty at times, but they get it done, and the Hillers on a 5-game winning streak improved to 7-3. What an effort by Nate Casper, who had 13 points, and Sam Pantera also having a great night as well, as he had 15 points. The Hillers, they got the job done. That's all that matters, Steve.
Yeah, hey, congratulations to both teams. Both teams played with a lot of spirit, and the Hillers definitely are keeping the things going for them the rest of the season here. Is that 5 in a row now? So definitely appreciate the effort, and we're excited for the rest of the season, and we got a lot more Hiller basketball coming your way.
Absolutely. For our HCAM crew, Mike Terosian and Rowan Scott, my broadcast partner Steve Spector, I'm Tom Nappy. The Hillers improved to 7-3, a 55-48 win over Millis. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.